Welcome to the Brunch Bitches.
Ooh.
I know. We got Brain Rapp today. Mm-hmm. We got football today.
Yes.
We got everything today.
Oh, yes.
You know, we have no bartender.
But
everybody knows that she's late all of the time.
Damn.
What up?
We made it though. We gonna make it.
She's gonna make it too. We love her. She's gonna make it too. I'm Anissa,
cousin Nickel,
and we're here
as usual
with Brain Rapp. Hey. We love his aesthetic. He looks great per usual.
Oh, thank you.
We do. So listen, I have questions. I have lots and lots of questions.
Oh wow.
We jumping right in.
In.
Let's go in.
I want to know, because when I met you at the Songbird, shout out to the Songbird Cafe. I mean, they had some not technical difficulty, some building issues.
It was water difficulty.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother different type of technical.
But they kept it going. They kept it going. They kept
it going.
Yeah, they packed us in that little cafe. It was great.
Yeah, it
was
worked
great.
out. It was nice.
And we got to see you perform, which I love the way you set it up. I loved your stage presence, everything. Mm-hmm. So I went to Ron, said, Ron, we got to get him. Can we get him on the show? And then come to find out, you know D. Steele. You know D.
Oh, yeah.
So,
ABCD.
Nice.
Thank you.
And so now we are here. So is your album, you have a full complete album out right now?
Nah, it's getting finished.
It's getting finished, because that's what I was wondering. Yeah,
so I thought it was going to be done by now, but it's not.
Okay.
Speaking of technical issues.
Okay.
Well, it's less technical and more it's sort of technical. It's getting worked on. So it'll be done.
So what's the technical stuff? Is it something with the studio? Is it something with
it was something with the engineers I was working with. The engineer that was originally working on it just has a lot of stuff going on in his life right now that was kind of taking him out of where he could be in order to finish the project.
Gotcha.
So we had to switch engineers.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like, it's just one of those things where at a certain level, like as an artist, like you're dealing with people and their lives. And because like, you know, I'm not like an A-list celebrity. I don't have the bag to just be like, yo, I don't care what's going on in your life.
Right.
Finish it.
You know, signed on to this project.
Or where somebody is like, I don't care what's going on in my life. When I finish this thing, I'm getting this.
Right.
I'm getting this bag. So
like I dropped $100,000 on you, and I need this. You know.
You know what I mean?
This full project
you're
done.
kind of like, it just has to be a team effort.
Right.
Yeah.
More so than anything, because people can't put their life to the side. You know what I mean? Like, it's real life.
That's the struggle with the come-up art world, though. That's the struggle with, first of all, it's getting artists to stay on task and not be so right-brained and artsy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to focus on the business aspect of things. And then the commitment.
Right.
You know, it's that. I mean, I think that's been a struggle forever. I've had that struggle in the art world.
And it's just, you know, it's like a communication thing. Like, I appreciate the fact that he was just like, yo, it's just not going to be able to happen like this right now. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. You know, and I mean, like a lot of the, you know, the deadlines and stuff that we set are like, they're self-imposed. So I'm stressing out about something just because I picked a date based on how things were going. But
also, you can change it, but you're not thinking of that. You're staying committed to what you said.
Right, exactly. Like, nobody's sitting around talking to me like, yo, when's your next album coming out, man? The streets are hungry. Like, nah, like, it's not like that. Like, you know, for the most part,
you can make the streets hungry.
I mean, you know, that's ideally, but like at this moment in time, like, it's not
that way.
It's not like that. And I mean, in this climate too, it's like most of the things anyway are like here one day, gone the next. As we talk about it for a week, and then we're like, oh, what awesome album.
Pretty much. Attention
you know what I mean? Like
5 seconds.
Be like, oh, you worked on that for 3 years and put everything into it. You know, I don't even remember the name of it.
I don't remember you.
That joint was jamming last week. It was really good last week.
That is so true.
Yeah,
that is
true.
so true.
You
so
might
going
as well.
forward, what's the deal? Like going forward as far as engineers and all of that,
So-
what did you decide to do?
So I'm working with another engineer right now, and me, the producer and the engineer, actually getting up tomorrow. We're gonna work like 8 hours on
He
it.
don't have no family issues.
He's all good. He's all
good?
good.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like family first for everybody.
No, of
You know what I
course, of
mean? And
course.
it's like you gotta take care of home, and like that's what it's all about.
No, I
So,
believe that too, but I also believe in balancing and really pushing for what you want to do, because I look at it as this. You know, when you put in the work and you do quality and you uphold your commitments, who knows where that's going to guide you and lead you to.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And your name is on something
Yeah.
that you committed to.
Right.
You know?
And you want it to be the best, you know what I mean?
And you want
Like,
it to be the best.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
but
feel-
I understand. Stuff
Yeah.
happens. It
Yeah,
happens.
absolutely.
Can we talk about your outfit today? I love your, like, is your, because it doesn't seem like contrived or like thought out, but it just seems like something nice just floated onto you. And like,
Well, this is the clothes that I had with me this weekend. I haven't been home. I haven't been home.
I love it.
For a couple of days. So
Okay.
I was
where
like,
you been?
damn, I should.
What you been doing?
I've been in the city. So I live in Columbia, but I stay with my girl out in Kenilworth by the Aquatic Gardens.
Oh, okay.
So
you're in the city for real.
yeah, so that's where we are, and I don't have like access to everything.
Okay.
So I was like worrying about it last night. I was like, oh, should I go home? I was like, I want to get
No.
something. I was like, all right, well, what do I have?
So you just keep nice
was
pieces, and just whatever you put
I
on
have
and
my-
lands on you.
My
just,
car is full of clothes.
There you go.
Like I got 4 pair of shoes and
There you
jeans
go.
and shirts
nice.
and
There you go.
jackets and
Me
hats
too.
and I live mostly out of my car
Right.
for the most part. So,
I like it.
you know,
I
it
really
just-
like it.
oh,
I like a
appreciate
good,
it.
but you know what? This new, like, very comfy, you know, not overly done look is in. This very comfortable, just do you thing.
It's important. It's important to be.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
To be comfortable.
It's,
you know,
it's
like
very, yeah. No matter how your comfort looks,
I feel
you know?
like with fashion is. I mean, I'll speak for myself. It's like you don't ever want to look like you're doing too much.
You never
Yeah.
want to
You
look
know,
like you're
like,
doing too
or
much.
like you're trying too hard. You want to look like you put
Exactly.
Does that
forth
show
some
as well?
effort.
Yeah.
It will.
And I mean, there are certain people who can pull it off because they are people that will like. It's not doing too much for them to do.
because
But
it's
for
their natural
me,
personality.
right? Exactly. For
Yeah.
me, if you see me with too much on or it's too well put together or something like that, you're like, that's not.
Yeah.
So an
You're
Air
trying-
Mays belt and some skinny
Yeah,
jeans and Gucci
yeah,
shoes. We're gonna be
yeah.
like, Brain?
No,
What's up?
that's not my.
What
that's
happened?
not
That's your
my
style. That's your
aesthetic.
stylist.
It's
did
not
that.
your style.
No, I just I've been big into like I mean this has been big for a while, but like thrifting, like
Oh, yeah.
just being able
Thrifting is
to
the
like
best.
It's
it
amazing.
really is. I mean, like I've been thinking more and more about it is like not only what the thing that I love about it is like I love to like save money and not spend money on clothes and like
That's
be
a good
Plus,
trait.
check.
it's really good for the environment too to like
It's
reuse
great for
things.
the environment.
Give everything a second chance because something you might be tired of, somebody
I
else
agree
is
with
like,
this.
yo, this is
Seasoned
the
Yeah.
Nice.
It,
and-
you know, like
Oh, yes.
fashion is so fast. It's the same thing as the music.
Exactly.
It's like I go into like H&M and I look around at all the stuff there and I'm like, damn, all this is going to be off the shelves. And if it doesn't sell,
Within
it
a
goes
couple
somewhere
of months.
else.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't do
So,
that, I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they burn them or they just, turn
you know what
those
they
into
do? They
something
just
else.
reduce the prices, then they sell it to another company who throws it on.
Marshalls,
They sell it to like a huge
Right.
discount
And then
company.
it just like keeps going down this thing, but like that thing was made. Like
but
the
thrifting
whole
is environmentally friendly. It really is.
mad environmentally
Yeah.
friendly. I mean,
I
you
love
think
it.
about the footprint that goes into making. I've read one time of like how much like fresh water is used to make like a pair of jeans, and it's like
much?
It's like hundreds of gallons of water. Like it's a lot. Like a lot of energy
wow.
goes into a single pair of jeans.
I never thought of that.
Just one. And
Wow.
and you go to a store and it's full of hundreds. And then that's just one store. We thrift
for jeans because I am obsessed with vintage jeans. Yeah. Like old high waist, like real tough Levi's, Jordan, good quality. Yeah, Gloria Vanderbilt, like all that old 70s, 80s, really quality tough denim. Like I'm obsessed. So we go thrifting just looking for denim.
I think there's stuff that's like, there's just stuff that's timeless. I don't think that
denim is timeless.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, very much so.
You can get away with a couple key pieces buying stuff new. Like one of my things I'm gonna try to do in 2019 is just like not buy anything new. Okay. Like just not buy anything.
It's
like
doable though.
If anything, get it used off a friend, like whatever. The only thing I might spend is like to buy something from one of like my homies' brands or one of the friends. You know what I mean? Like,
because you don't actually an interesting challenge.
Because you don't have to. A lot of times you don't have to. Right. Like, if I got to go to somebody's wedding, I don't know. I might have to find something out because of what I do. I don't have a lot of dress clothes. Like I don't never have to dress up or anything. I got one suit. I bought it a couple years ago. It's okay. It looks fine on me.
Is it tailored to fit?
It fits well, but it's not like tailored. I didn't get it like custom tailored.
Okay. Yeah. You're gonna need one suit, one black suit.
Yeah,
and get it tailored, and don't gain weight.
Well, that I can do. I don't think I've lost or gained 5 pounds since high school.
I hate off the rack suits. Like I hate them. And a lot of times when you see guys in a suit and it's like straight off the rack, it's ill fitted. That's the only time that I don't really feel comfortable. Like in clothes at all is like dressing up. Yeah. Like people be like, "Yo, you look great." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I don't feel cool. I don't feel great. Yeah, I don't like it's not enough. Like we were talking about earlier, like, it's not you. It's too stringent, too rigid and stringent. Yeah, I'm just not a dress up person either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it boxes you in.
Nah. It does. But some people do. Some people love it. It's their aesthetic.
Can kill it too.
And they kill it.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I love it. Like I love to see well dressed.
Yeah, me too.
Business.
I like to see well dressed people.
Yeah.
Me too. But it's not me. It doesn't fit my personality, so I don't pull it off well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like...
I feel uncomfortable.
I'm like, my boobs are buttoned up.
Yeah, it's like the shirt's tighter than I want it to be.
The pants a little shorter or longer.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Comes with a whole bunch of hiccups.
Exactly. I'm not a dress-up person. Mm-hmm. But we're going to take a break and play some brain rap music. How about that? Are you good with that?
Yeah, I'm okay
with that. Trump, you pick. All right. Cheers. This is delicious.
I ain't even tried it yet.
How do you feel about this?
You just getting home?
Yeah, I had to work late.
Well, you could have called.
Honey, I told you this morning I had to work late.
Duh. Oh, that's right.
Kids okay?
Fine.
Woke up in the morning, made a cup of tea. Another day of trying to get people to fuck with me. See, there comes a time when your rhymes can bring a check in. Return on investment for the game you stuck your neck in. But hold up just a second, man. Look at the cost to get the sauce. What was lost on the way to be boss? Toss 2 stacks at the promotion. 200 for the art, 200 for the mix. And this is just a start. It's a G for the flick and 200 to boost a post. Push a track to the max. On social you do the most. A tune core account. Song up on the Spotify. Fraction of a penny for a stream, but you gotta try. Cause the dream is more important than the buck spent. But fuck, you released a single. Now you gotta duck rent like damn. This is what I wanted to be. A couple thousand on a record and they want it for free. Huh? It's all in a day's work. Dope Music Village had to put it on my shirt. Grab it out the mud, put my fingers in the dirt. Getting to the money, but my fam comes first. It's all in a day's work. Dope Music Village had to put it on my shirt. Grab it out the mud, put my fingers in the dirt. Yeah, getting to the money, but my fam comes first. Nothing worse than a struggling rapper, struggle rapping. Try to juggle rapping, pop like bubble rapping, but it just doesn't happen. Gotta let them know. Go through the most when you gotta get a show. That's the old slow promoters that want you to pay to play. Peddling the dream, that hustle from day to day. A look behind the scenes, watch it all get made. Trading arm in a leg, it's an awful charade. Getting paid is the goal, gatekeepers to the goldies. Keep us in Corollas while they're stunting with the rollies. Nothing holies when the holes in your card to the ticket sell. Performance is a heaven, but rest is a wicked hell. Your bars made the liquor sell. You won't get a cup or a cut. So much to get it open, you don't want that door to shut. Dealing with the stress, even though it leaves you restless. If they only knew, they wouldn't text about the guest list. It's all in a day's work. Dope Music Village had to put it on my shirt. Grab it out the mud, put my fingers in the dirt. Getting to the money, but my fame comes first. It's all in a day's work. Dope Music Village had to put it on my shirt. Grab it out the mud, put my fingers in the dirt. Getting to the money, but my fame comes.
Sorry, you were saying what? What? Okay. It's not just, oh, we're from here, you should put us on. We're from here and we're fucking important.
First,
To the entire area.
bitch.
You should put us on.
Bitch.
It's just, you know what? No, I can't because it gives me bad angles. Gives me the shittiest angles.
Upshot.
Brain Rapp. Tell us about
Yeah.
that song. First of all, it was cranking. As we say in DC, that joint was jive cranking. That song was jive cranking. So tell us about that.
All in a Day's Work is really about
The title is All in a Day's Work. Is
Yeah.
it going to be on your upcoming project?
nah. It's
Okay.
out. It's out and about.
It's
It's out in the. it's in
so,
the
but tell us
streets.
about the song. I like it.
So, All in a Day's Work was produced by Nature Boy. We actually made it on my birthday a couple years ago.
Shout out Nature Boy.
Yeah, that's
He
my
has
brother.
a project out too.
Yes,
When's
he
your
does.
birthday?
Father's Day, July
Yeah.
29th.
No, it's called Father's Day,
Father's
not
Day.
Father's.
I
And
said
he
Father's.
specifies Father's
Yeah,
Day.
it's spelled on there.
It's spelled on there. So this song was produced by Nature Boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All in a day's work. I like it.
Thank you. It's really just about being an artist.
Okay.
You know, like it kind of pretty true to myself, more detail than you might have wanted to know. Like,
Yeah.
what is really like trying to be an artist. Like the thing about, especially like the first verse is, and this is something I talk about all the time, like it's pretty wild, but there's an entire industry that is surrounded by what I'm trying to do.
Right.
And
Okay.
how everybody's like, yo, pay your producers, pay these people. And it's like,
With what?
cool. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, yes, I'd love to. And I do. And that's
Right.
the thing. I mean, that's me personally. Some people aren't in that position, or they're not.
Yeah.
Or they're not trying, for whatever reasons. You know what I mean? Some people
Yeah.
are just trying to get everything for free. You know, and
Yeah.
and that's what it is. But it's like, it's funny to me that people are like, yo, it's like they're hard on rappers to do that. I'm like, look, you have a job because of what I'm trying to do. If it wasn't for me trying to get myself out creatively, there wouldn't be a reason for you to be in this, to have a studio as an engineer. There wouldn't be a reason, there wouldn't be nothing over your beat. I mean, the production side is changing now because producers are able to stand alone kind of on their own.
Right.
Which is dope. Like, that's awesome. There wouldn't be something for you to DJ in the club. There wouldn't be something for you to shoot a music video for. There wouldn't be something for you to run your PR company based off of.
Right.
All those people get paid along the way.
Right.
At the very last second, I get paid. And I get paid fractions of pennies, if not people want what I did for free.
Wow.
How's that? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it's wild. I mean, now the flip side of that is that if you
So you're
if
saying
you
pay
roll-
the producers, pay all the behind the scenes, but don't pay the artists.
it's just that the ratio of how much I pay to create something to really value those people I worked with at their
Right.
at their rates and their value, I could spend easily upwards of $1,000 on a single song just to flip around and put that joint on TuneCore or whatever,
Right.
and then be happy with receiving fractions of pennies in streaming. And I don't have any type of clout as an artist. Let's say it's my first song as an artist,
Right.
but I want to pay everybody because it's important, because I want to treat people the way I want to be
Of course.
treated,
And that is
I want to
important.
get
Yeah.
paid. You know
Of
what I
course.
mean? But it's like, yeah. No, you'll get paid. Just do this for 5-10 years.
Right.
Invest $100,000
Right.
into your career and and you're still gambling. heavy
You are.
gamble.
It is a heavy gamble.
I mean, that's why it's like, if you really want to play sometimes, that's why when I see rappers doing just like wild things to get on, I'm like, I get it. Because if you want a return on your investment, you might as well tattoo your face. You might as well make a really ignorant song, because that's what's going to get you a return.
Is it?
I mean,
it's done all the time. It's done all the time. You
There's
see it
also
every day.
the thing about it too is like, if those things go against your soul, I don't know if there's necessarily a price or a dollar sign you could put on it.
If I don't believe you,
you're not going to buy into it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, you might not.
Yeah.
But 14-year-old you would probably be like, I have no. I can't think beyond.
Who are figuring themselves out.
Yeah, I'm taking everything at the surface and not what's below it.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I mean, it's just one of those things.
It's
but
one
at
of those
the same
things.
time, there's nobody with a gun to my head saying like, yo, you have to rap. So
True.
I can only be so mad or so, you know,
Frustrated
by it. You know what I mean? Like, nobody asked me to do
question. You're so like chill. How do you wild out? How do you get wild? I'm acting crazy. I'm you know.
I'm not myself today.
You know, not even not myself. How do you have a good time? Like, how do you wild out and
how do I have a good time?
Like, how do you whoop it up?
I have a good time performing. That's pretty much it.
You don't
know
perform
what I mean?
every day,
Nah,
every second.
I'm
like, how do you let loose and really like get down with your friends and your girl and your? I want to know. Walk me through a crazy night. Not even a day.
Days,
a night.
I don't have as many crazy days or nights that I used to. Like,
you used
I really
to? Tell us about what you used to do.
I mean,
let's get down to that. Walk me through that? What you let go of?
Well, yeah, younger Brian used to drink a lot more and smoke a lot more, and like people would be like, "Oh, Brian, I didn't know you smoke weed." I was like, "Yeah, I just don't."
You were the chimney.
Yo. Yeah. Like people don't know a lot of those things.
Okay,
Like,
so you used to drink and
me and
smoke. Who used to drink and smoke with? Are they around? They like
everybody. I mean, like Nature knows. Like I lived with Nature for 2 years.
Oh,
you know what I
shit.
mean? Like that's my brother.
So y'all
So
was
he knows.
drinking
But
and
even then,
smoking.
even before that, like college me and
Yeah,
all that stuff. Like, but I always kind of try to keep everything chill. Like I'm not like I gotta
When's
be
your
chill.
birthday?
July 29th.
So what is that?
A Leo.
You're a
He's a
Leo.
Leo.
That's right.
So like
Wow, okay.
because I've always been around people that are a lot more wild than me.
Okay.
So like I have to be here
Right.
so that I can.
You found your
so
balance.
I don't get into
You're a lion.
something I'm not trying
Your
to be
aesthetic
into.
and your
you know?
hair is explained. Like Leos are beautiful. Like y'all like the beautiful things and take care of that mane. And I've never met like a Leo that I was just like, oh, you know. I've always been like, oh,
Nature's a Leo.
interesting.
Nature's a Leo too.
Really?
We're 2 days apart.
Oh, that's crazy.
364 days apart, or
Wow.
63
Crazy.
days. Yeah, he's a little bit older than me.
Yeah.
but yeah.
Audience, our bartender arrived rough and tough with her Afro puffs. Niall is here.
Hey.
But no, that's so dope. So he kind of gets you, and he gets your music and all of those things.
Yeah.
So what should we expect from this up and coming project?
With the up and coming project, I think you'll just hear like it's like I had a point to what I was saying throughout it.
Yeah, was that a
And,
listening
like,
party?
We heard at the show.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
back when I thought my album was gonna be done at a certain time,
Okay.
that was kind of gonna be it. But the cool thing about it is like I love to perform music before like it's out because you can't hear it anywhere else but right there with me.
Exactly.
And, like,
I love
and when
that.
you hear it there,
I love everything
like
about that performance.
you're gonna hear it in a different way, like than you will even on the record. Like I sound different live. I
You do.
always have.
Yeah.
And like it's just that environmental aspect that you can't put a mark on what it is, but it just sounds different. So I love performing music that you can't hear, you you can't just go home and play it on Spotify.
Right.
Like that was it's a special
The
thing.
audience is responding to the church downstairs. Brain, you heard it.
Right.
Amazing Hispanic church downstairs. They play some great music.
It's like we're
all
in
the
church
time.
Now
right
we're
now.
hearing a sermon in Spanish. Okay,
And he's into it.
and he's really into it.
We're all into it.
We're all into
Yeah,
it.
we are.
I think I'm catching his vibe.
Right,
exactly.
Like we always catch the vibe because we're like, oh,
Yeah,
but
like,
no.
yo, he's really
So
feeling
okay,
it.
so you do sound different.
And I like the
live.
story, like-
Then I like
Yeah.
how you
Would
set
that
it
be
up.
part of the
album.
Like the
Yeah,
whole
so
story?
I'm gonna try to work that in there without like killing people's
Yeah,
ears
taking away
with
from the
like.
songs.
Yeah,
With
so
all the-
I mean,
with the
what
long
what I'm gonna
narrative.
do is I'll put them in as interludes, and
There you go.
so you can skip them.
Yeah,
So
but I like
like you
how
can,
you, yeah, I
you know
like
what
how
I mean?
you
Like,
did, how you did it, how you
Because
brought
that-
us full circle.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's the important thing for me. But like that's another thing that like I created that narrative, especially the spoken part of it.
Yeah.
For that show.
Oh. Okay.
That will make its way onto the project now because I have
okay.
the luxury of doing that. But like I really made that to speak to everybody there that night, to explain
Got you.
kind of what they were listening to.
and
like,
it made sense.
right. I mean, it's like you can catch, and I mean, in my mind when I was creating it, that's what I had in my mind, but I just had never vocalized it before.
Got you.
So for
Well,
that,
it pulled off. You
Yeah.
pulled
Thank
it
you.
off. It came together well. I think it should be interludes on the album. I think it does help to bring it full circle like you did in a live performance.
Right.
But I think that, I think if you throw it in there, shorten it a little bit, I think it'll be entertaining and soothing and
yeah, that's what
you know.
that's what I'm trying to, I'm trying to go for. I mean, there's something that kind of
I wouldn't fast forward it. I liked it.
like it.
I liked it.
I hope so. Like I like interludes, and I think that they like they just add a certain
I
glue
like them
to
sometimes
an
if they
album.
make sense.
If they make sense
I've
and
heard
they're not
some
like
interludes and I'm like, I don't
annoying,
get it.
You're like,
Yeah,
I
and
don't
I'm like,
get
this is so dumb.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
And then they come across as like pretentious. Like I'm not trying to like preach
I
to
was
people
gonna say,
from
Right.
like a position of like, hey, I gotta figure it out. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I don't.
Right.
It's just like this is what was going on in my head, and I think like a lot for me right now as an artist, I've come to a place where I'm just like, it's like I really want to just say something. Like I can rap. I can rap about nothing. I can rap about something. The somethings come up less than the nothing because you have to be inspired and you have to like really feel something.
Absolutely.
In order to do it. You can't just drum that up from out of
Nowhere.
nowhere.
Pull it out of the air and
Yeah,
then
exactly.
try to deliver it and people are going to believe you or buy
it's like
it.
I
Yeah.
just I got to a point too where it's like I just don't, because I can make a lot of different type of music. Like I being an MC.
Is your music your type of music that moves you? Are you making
I like
music?
it. Yes,
See,
I like
right.
a lot of different music,
do you
but like
make what you like to listen to?
yeah,
Good.
Like I
Yeah.
think I always have to an extent. I don't think there's anything that I ever did. It doesn't matter the production
But
style.
I've heard artists say, "Yeah, one of my biggest hits, I hate it." Like I've heard that so many times,
and I believe that. I could see
yeah,
how
they're like
people are like,
one of my biggest hits. I've hated. They said they
Wow.
hated, like Snoop Dogg hated the deep cover. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
He hated that song. I loved it, but
Right.
the people
Yeah.
responded. Well, I think the beat more pulled us into anything.
Yeah, of
but
course.
Snoop really got on that and killed it. But he hated it.
yeah,
He's not the only artist that said that.
yeah.
So that's why I always ask, like, are you making music? Like I learned in painting and writing that write for me.
Mm-hmm.
Toni Morrison said that, the great author Toni Morrison. She said, write for you.
Right.
She
and
said,
that's what,
don't think
that's-
about your audience.
Right.
Write for you.
That's what I do. I mean, I think one of the biggest hurdles for me as an artist is like not being so into me that you can't connect to it.
Exactly.
So like one of the biggest things that I've always tried to do is like, and even especially on this album, like I wrote to a you, like on Soil, the Trapping Out My Parents' Basement joint.
Yeah.
All the whole thing is you. I don't say I the entire in
Gotcha.
3 verses. Except for in the chorus where it's like I'm
Yeah.
trapping out my
Yeah.
parents' basement, but it's all
Yeah.
you.
Right.
I'm writing to myself. I'm speaking to me. But like I was hoping, and
But
the
you're
hope
reaching
is
out and
that
helping
somebody
to
else is gonna be
connect.
like, damn, yo, this is me.
Yeah,
He's
right.
talking to
To
me.
me,
But somebody's always going to say this is me, because you are a speck in this universe and we all are experiencing similar or the same things.
Right.
So
In different ways.
in
Yeah.
different ways. So somebody's always going to connect and, you know, to whatever you're saying or doing. Any of us.
Right.
Any of us. You know, we don't draw people in by accident. You know, we don't stumble upon, like, I didn't stumble upon you and say, hey, when I was sitting in that cafe, who are you? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, literally, that's how we met. I was just like, I
that's true.
love it. Who are you? You know?
No,
And so,
that
you
might have
know,
been a verbatim quote from yourself.
Yeah, it probably was.
That sounded a lot like it.
Yeah. It
So I
probably
saw
was.
that your girlfriend is an artist as well, and she
Yeah.
sings. Am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes, she
How did you
sings,
two meet?
writes. Oh, this is a great question. She was like,
Let's
Brian.
get in, bartender.
She was like, Brian,
cousin, can we? I saw someone found ice and didn't give us any. I'm sorry, Brain.
No, bring it in.
So,
Bring the ice in.
would you like water?
Ice break? No, I'm cool. I'm still
Okay, still
my
in your
tea's
tea.
going
Yeah, his
strong.
tea.
Yep.
He's still in his zone.
He going
you
Still in my-
know.
still
so
drinking the
you
tea.
guys met.
While spilling the tea. So
What's spilling the tea?
So this is what we were talking about, because I think we just started following each other on social media. Like,
I like this
was
story
like years
already.
ago. Like,
I
because
love it.
because we were both artists. Like,
Yes.
we did have mutual
friends, mutual
things.
friends.
So the
Yeah.
first time that we met each other was at Pure Lounge at one of Adding Influences events, and I was performing,
Okay.
and she was a feature for T. Lucas on one of T. Lucas songs. Okay. And so she was just in the building, and I remember because we took a picture together, and so we had to have known each other before that, because like we took the picture together.
Okay.
And like the funny thing about it is, like, we were both with people at that time,
So you
and
guys
like
were
not
both.
each other.
Each
So
of
like,
you were in a relationship.
yeah. Yeah.
With other people.
Yeah.
Oh,
And, like-
this is juicy.
Yeah, well, it's funny because like the picture, I mean, is innocent. Like, our meeting was innocent. It's just like we were fans of each other. Like,
Okay.
she was like legit, like just a fan of me and my music, and like she's a very like visual person. So she's like,
When's her
if you-
birthday?
she is May 4th.
So she's
A Taurus.
A Taurus.
Oh, wow, that's
and
fire.
And a Leo. That's a lot
that's
of art and
fire.
power and
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely. And I think.
And so
She'll tell you that she's a
bring
real
us to
Taurus.
bring us up to it. Like, okay, so you guys took this picture. You were at Pure Lounge. You met. You follow each other on social media.
Yeah, I think we had already been following each other, so we took the picture. It was cool, but it was funny. I remember going home, and I was living with Nature at the time, and I was just like, he was there with me, and I was like, yo, Ava, I was like, yo, she's so cute. Like,
You were thinking about her.
I mean,
you
she
left
was
the
just-
building with her on your mind.
yeah, I mean, but there was always that thing. I mean, you have that, you know, like you're like, I appreciate
You were
that person
smitten.
visually.
you
Yeah.
were smitten.
I didn't know her well yet, but so then afterwards, this was years later now, when I guess I was definitely single. I think I assumed that she was, and
Or
so
hoping.
yeah,
So wait a minute, I thought
was
you were with
hoping she was.
someone.
I was. So that was dead.
That was dead.
This was like, so this was
Okay.
probably 2014,
So
2015.
so you assumed that she was single. You just wanted her
So
to
like
be single.
no, this
You
is like
wanted her
two.
to
This
be
is fat. We're fast forwarding like 2
Okay.
years.
Okay.
Yeah, because we didn't cross paths much except for follow each other on social media, and.
That damn social
I
media.
saw her.
I love it.
She posted this video. She was at Trelectro in Colombia, and like I
Okay.
live in Colombia, so I was like, I just slid in her DMs. I was like, hey, what's up? I just said, how was Trelectro? And it's funny because she never got back to me. She like, and I know she never, because she doesn't answer her DMs except for like very seldom
Rarely,
times.
yeah. Mhm.
And
Okay.
then I think I hit her on like Twitter one day because I was running the Dope Music Village account, and I posted one of her new videos, and I was just like, hey, did you see what we posted? And she was like, yeah, thank you so much, like blah blah blah. I invited her out to Art All Night, which was a couple weeks ago. We were having a party for Art All Night. This was 2 years ago.
So 2 years ago, you invited her out to Art All Night. Because I saw that wasn't she a performer at Art All Night?
This year together we did a show together. So 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I was just shot my shot. I was like, hey, come meet us over here. She was like, okay. Like we hung out that night. A couple weeks later, this is another thing that we found out was really funny. So we both had plans with somebody else that we were like kind of, I guess, like talking to a little bit. But like this is like we were like, I was just supposed to go do something and like my plan fell through. And then she had a very similar thing that I didn't find this out till later. I hit her at like 8 o'clock at night and I was like, hey, I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, oh, nothing. I was just about to go home. I was like, yo, you want to go out for a drink? And she was like, cool. We went to Rock and Roll Hotel and just sat around and talked to each other and for like a couple hours.
How long did the conversation go?
Between the two of us,
like that night,
like legitimate hours. Like we both talk a lot.
Yes.
And now, I dropped her off and yeah. And then that was kind of, I consider that our first date. She'll yell at me and be like, that wasn't a date. And I was like, I know.
That wasn't because it wasn't.
No, it
like
wasn't.
You just said you hit her up. First of all, let's look at the words. Let's look at the words. You hit her up and was just like, come meet me. That's not the first date. You can't.
No, I know.
Her.
But
I'm with her.
But the thing about it was like in my mind, like I was already like.
He was shooting his shot.
Well, not only that is like I wanted to see her. To like be with her, you know what I mean? Like
her be in her space and her presence.
Yeah, also just like I wanted to like, because I'm not I don't know what the word is for men. I'm not like sleeping around dude. Like I'm not just trying to like whore. Yeah, I'm not really just I'm just that's never been me. Like I'm not a whore. Whatever you may call it, I'm not just trying to out there like just trying to be like, yo, I'm gonna hit her up and do this and that and then be done.
But you're not a whore. You're not promiscuous is what you're saying. Is that you're not sleeping with multiple people at one time. You're not out there chasing and being thirsty. Listen,
yeah, that's not like
I have friends that are whores and I love them dearly. That doesn't mean that that's a bad thing.
Right.
There's no judgment. Right. You know what I mean? You gotta keep a whore friend. Or friends are fun. You know what I mean? So I'm not. So no. I mean, I get because he's like real hesitant. But no, it sounds like you're not a whore. And that's a good thing.
Yeah,
because if that's not you,
it's not.
And if it's not in your personality,
but like, so for me, when I slide into someone's DMs, it's not the same way that other people do it.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like it wasn't.
You can't judge that either because some people slide in your DMs just like you.
Yeah, like I'm like legit. Like I'm trying to have a date with you. I want to take you out to dinner and see where it goes.
Just like I get shitty DMs.
Because if you had her number, you would have texted her, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. And then when I did, I was just like, hey, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And like my intentions weren't, all that.
But we live in this era now where we're accessible and other people are accessible. Mm-hmm. And so that's the way of the world now. You got to slide in their DMs in order to know them because a lot of times you're not going to cross paths.
No, not at all.
And so now you can say, hey, I like your energy. I think you're cute. Here's my number. Yeah. Or can I have your number? I prefer for a guy to ask for mine.
Yeah.
Rather than him say, here's my number. Because I'm like, well, what do you want me to do with it? You know what I mean? Like,
you
slip mine. Like, why are you giving me your number? You know what I mean? So,
call me, girl.
I think that's a great story.
It is. It's super cool. And it's just like...
And you're not community dick. Like, I don't like community dick. I don't like a dude whose penis has been all over the map there and back. Because then I don't feel special. Not that I need somebody to make you feel special, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you don't feel exclusive to me. I'm just like, well, you've been everywhere.
Right.
I got friends, we can't walk in a room without them saying, in both men and women, without them saying, oh, shit.
Everybody's here. Yeah, everybody's here.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, really? Like, really? Your whole sex life. The gang's all here. What gang? My sex life. All in one room. You know what I mean? So I am thankful that I can walk in a room and be like, I don't know you. I don't know them. Not a one. Like, you can't, hey. What about you, Cousin Nickel?
It depends on what room I'm walking into.
I've walked in a lot of rooms through the years together.
Yeah, I'm gonna know
I
everybody.
was about to say, they didn't know your vagina.
No, they didn't know my vagina.
Yeah. So, no, that's a good thing. That's really a good thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, So that was like the only
I'm
distinction.
not the
When's you
whole
guys'
friend, by the way.
anniversary?
I'm not
When's
the
the
whole friend, by the
anniversary?
way.
Our anniversary is this Monday. Yeah.
What? Where's it
Yeah.
going? What are you doing? How's it happening? What's going down?
We're going to we're taking a little day trip. So after my studio session on Monday,
Okay.
we're going out to St. Michael's out on the Eastern Shore. Just for
Nice.
we just like do like little cute getaways, like
Yeah.
just for
Cute getaways are important.
for like a day. You don't have to go far really just to
You
get
don't have to
away
spend a lot of money.
with somebody. And
You
yeah, that's a
don't.
big thing too, is like we're really not trying to do too much.
You're not trying to go poor. You just want to have a
Yeah.
good time.
And I just like, we both really value just doing things we've never done or being somewhere we've never been
Right.
together.
right.
Like
And
you were saying,
like-
the memory. It's
The memories,
Yeah.
creating memories.
Because that's
Absolutely.
how like we can go and do dinner or something anywhere. And like it's
Yeah.
cool, but
Blah,
it's fleeting. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather go have a shitty dinner somewhere else and have
Right,
have
while
us
you're
remember
out
and be
of
like,
town,
oh man,
yeah.
we were out of St. Michael's and we picked the wrong restaurant.
Right.
Right.
That's
You got the lobster that sucked, and I was mad because my potatoes are. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
so true.
but
That is so true.
But you experience that thing together.
Yes.
You know,
Right, because we traveled and had shitty dinners in other states. So we were like, oh, well,
Yeah.
But we left that restaurant and went other places and had a bomb time,
Yeah,
So,
nah.
yeah, that's so true.
It's so we're just keeping it kind of low key.
So
got a
dope. So
little-
you guys have been together 2 years? Nice. I love it.
Feels like
so she
a-
got you in the city. You all in the city. So
love
are
her.
you your how you bring in your extra money, is that in the city too where you both work? Is that in the city or is that out in Columbia?
Nah, I pretty much just be sleeping out in Columbia and saving money, living with my
Gotcha.
parents.
Right. So
In
you
the
so you
basement.
have time trapping in your parents' basement now.
Yeah.
Have time.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Part-time
I mean,
trapping.
I'm there as infrequently as I need to be. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because I'm
Okay.
here, like I'm in the city as much as I need to be.
Yeah.
Which is like more and more. Like I'd love to just like come live down here, but it's just
Yeah.
that's happening. Hopefully soon. Me and Ash will probably get a place together. so.
Okay.
Shout out to
Okay.
Ash. Hi, Ash.
Yeah, shout
Or
out.
Ava Hovanka.
Yes.
As many people.
Shout out to Ava.
As many people know her.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, I knew it's A from
Yeah.
from her social media.
Yeah,
pages,
of course.
But that is so dope. I love a good
Yeah,
love story.
that's always nice.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love a good love story.
Well, it is a good love story.
And it just brightens you up. And
Yeah.
It does.
Nah,
So
she
go
is.
down the checklist. You guys, you slid in her DMs. Then you guys. So first of all, you met at Chilectra. No.
No.
You met at Pier Lounge.
Pure Lounge
And
years
then you
before.
saw that she was at Chilectra.
And
you
I
slid
had
in her
something
DMs,
to say
and she
to her.
ignored you. And then
Yep.
you slid in her
Yep.
DMs again.
Yep.
Yes. And then she didn't ignore you.
today
Yep.
they're together.
And today they're still together.
Strong.
We
Strong. That's right. That's how you say
Strong.
it.
We
That's
love it.
period.
Yeah,
That's it.
strong and purred. Purred. The end. That's how we, it's DC natives. Purred.
Yep. No. Well.
So I love it.
Ava is one. So yeah.
She's a
no.
DC native. Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
She was born in DC.
So we're going to play another song, though, Brain.
All right, let's play some more
Trump,
music.
can we play another song? Trump, can we offer you some water and lemon? The good
Hey.
Trump.
The good Trump. You have to specify the good Trump. Go to the restaurant.
So much that I wish I could say. There's so much that I wish I could say. So many feelings, I wish that I could wish them away. I never met a genie in a bottle or a lamp. Drinking never got me over a bottle or a ramp. I wanna jump my problems like an evil on a motorbike. On the other side, life is cold at photo like it doesn't happen overnight or develop in an instant. I've been working on being a better man since an infant. Grown now, still stepping like a toddler. Trying to save my soul like a cobbler. I keep my feet on solid ground amid the broken land. Keeping open heart, slapping sesame with an open hand. Truth hurts, hard to swallow, pills jagged. Fresh clothes, but my soul's still ragged. A work in progress, so I work in progress. Live my best life, it's not a race, it's not a contest. It's a bump and ride, so if you're feeling like I'm feeling, you can jump inside. It's a bump and ride, so if you're feeling like I'm feeling, you can jump inside. 40,000 feet, how I flow sky high. Won't let a little turbulence crash my vibe. 40,000 feet, how I flow sky high. Won't let a little turbulence crash my vibe. I never be laid back as this beat is. It's hard to be a the mind of a defeater. Since a fetus, I've been trying to free this gift I got inside me. Man in the mirror, only God that can deny me. I stand in my way, blocking blessings like a barricade. I bear my soul to you. If I could sing, I serenade. My thoughts are there to trade. Stocks weak and form bonds. Brainstorm while the rain form ponds. Go with the flow, I try but often fail. Focus on another's dream, I'm careening off the trail. Following the steps, the path isn't mine. I nearly drove myself mad trying to pass finish line. Race for what? Compete with who? Using my heart to decide what my feet should do. There's no ways apt to get me there ASAP. Road getting rocky where I'm going, they don't make maps. It's a bump and ride, so if you're feeling like I'm feeling, you can jump inside. It's a bump and ride, so if you're feeling like I'm feeling, you can jump inside. 40,000 feet, how I flow sky high. Won't let a little turbulence crash my vibe. 40,000 feet, how I flow sky high. Won't let a little turbulence crash my vibe. 40,000 feet, how I flow sky high. Let a little turbulence crash my vibe. 40,000 feet, how I flow sky high. Let a little turbulence crash my vibe. 40,000 feet, how I flow sky high. Let a little turbulence crash my vibe. 40,000 feet, how I flow sky high. Let a little turbulence crash my vibe. What goes up must come down. Propellers round and round. I hope I'm safe and sound. Pray my vibe won't touch the ground. What goes up must come down. Propellers round and round. I hope I'm safe and sound. Pray my vibe won't touch the ground. It's a bump and ride, so if you're feeling like I'm feeling, you can jump inside. It's a bump and ride, so if you're feeling like I'm feeling, you can jump inside. 40,000 feet, how I flow sky high. Won't let a little turbulence crash my vibe. 40,000 feet, how I flow sky high. Won't let a little
banger.
Playlist.
This joint's a banger. I'm glad you sent me this music. He sent it to me.
Okay.
So I can send it to you.
Okay,
But yeah, I
Now you
downloaded
got
it on my
'em.
phone already.
You got 'em.
I like to create like a home play. I have a big home playlist
Yeah.
of people who are from the DMV area.
Sure.
But I got Brain Rapp on the playlist now. These joints are bangers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
That's
really,
nice.
like they seriously are. Like I like them. I can see me having this in the car in the
Yeah.
morning. Hey,
that's what I tell people. I tell people like my music is like very to me is very like early morning on your way to listen, put it on in the morning on your way somewhere, like when you need to be
Cup of Joe.
like a little
Get
quiet.
a cup of Joe.
Get a cup of Joe.
It really
Yeah.
compliments.
Do a little, even like, because I play like, I love to play like Hiatus Coyote and artists like that, Alice Coltrane, stuff early in the morning, especially when I'm cleaning and, doing all those things.
Yeah, you don't.
But in the car, I play, in the morning time on the weekdays, I like to play a lot of hip hop. Like,
Right.
but I like a certain element of hip hop.
Right. Yeah.
This
you
would
want
make the
something a little
cut.
bit
Yeah,
of-
both of
a
those
little bit of
songs would make
soul.
the cut. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's.
I'm with it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's actually
Okay.
the first song that I produced.
And what's the title of this?
That joint's called Bump and Ride.
Bump and Ride.
Bumping.
Bump and ride. Oh, like bumping.
I was on
like
air-
back in the day.
I was on an airplane when I made it, and there was a lot of turbulence. So I would, like literally, I was feeling very anxious. So I was like, all right, I'm
So
gonna make a
bump and
beat.
ride.
So like at least my mind is focused a
Oh,
little
something
bit.
else.
Gotcha.
Other than like the fact that I'm
So
like,
you know
dying
that
to stay in
bumping
the
was an
airplane.
old terminology slang
Yeah.
in DC back in the day. Back in the day.
Did it mean something other than like?
No, it
it's
meant
just
like,
bumping?
oh, that's bumping.
Yeah, that's bumping. Yeah,
That's bumping.
Yeah.
That's nice. That was an
Yeah.
old slang when we were like kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about your upcoming shows. What do you have, on the schedule right now?
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't really. So I'm performing tonight as part of one of my friend Nadia's having a going away party. She's moving to LA. That's a big
but the
chief.
public can't come to that.
No, they can.
No,
You
they
can pull
can't?
up. I mean,
Oh.
there's a lot of dope artists like on the bill, but it's a lot of people, and I'm doing like a small set. Like I don't really
Okay,
consider
gotcha.
that like my show. Like it's not.
No,
like
it's not your show, but
it's not
that's
a
where the
Brain
people
show.
you can see
Yeah,
you.
you can see
So
me
where is
tonight.
this?
It's,
How do they find it? Is
it's
it on your
at,
social
Big-
media?
Yeah, it's on my social media. It's at Big Chief.
Oh,
in
it's at
Ivy
Big
City.
Chief?
Yeah,
That's in what? That's in
Ivy City.
Ivy City, right?
Yeah.
Big Chief.
Yeah.
That's what he just
Yeah, it's
said.
not
Yeah.
Eastern.
Okay, dope. So they can see you tonight, Big Chief,
7 o'clock.
7
7
o'clock. How do they find you on social media?
It's Brain, like what you think with, RA 2 P's.
Yeah, Brain Rapp, 2
What you
P's,
think
all
with,
one
he
word.
said.
I love that your social media is easy to find.
Yeah.
I can't stand all the difficult letters and numbers and
gotta
backwards
keep it-
symbols and it's too much for me.
Yeah, I was lucky.
You know.
I was on Instagram real early too, so like there wasn't as much competition for stuff.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't
it's not
need.
800 a year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
it
wasn't a
wasn't so
lot of
much.
people with
Yeah.
accounts back when I.
Where you
did
had to
it.
do all this different stuff.
Yeah,
Brain
I-
Rapp.
Underscore.
Somebody
410.
probably would have taken it by now if it would, because they would have
Yeah.
tried to get Brain Rap RA 1P. and
Nobody
they were
tried
like,
to like ask you, can they get your name? Like I have a friend, Ari. Shout out to Ari Saul. People DM him and like message him on Facebook
Really?
daily. Like he
Wow.
screenshots these,
Wow.
asking him
Ask
for
for
his
his
name.
name?
Yeah, because it's their name, or they like it, or it's their name too, and so they want the name.
That's
Ugh.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you haven't experienced that?
Nah, no one's tried to come after Brain Rap.
I'm shocked.
think
My
you're
name is
safe. I think
common.
you're safe.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
my
I'm
name's
safe. I think
common
you're
as hell. There's like I follow 3 Anisas, ANISSA, and 2 of them. We're both cancers. All 3 of us are cancers, and all of our
Wow.
birthdays are in June. Yeah,
Wow.
no,
That's pretty
one is a
wild.
July Cancer. Yeah, but that's crazy, right? Yeah, it's crazy. We're amazing cuckoo.
I know, I love it.
Because look, we're the good cuckoo that keeps all the shit together.
They can
You
say
gotta
that
be
every-
touched in order
yeah.
to keep shit together.
You do. You
Facts.
do. You do.
But no, I'm glad you came.
Yeah.
Thanks
I'm
for
happy to
being
be
here.
Nah, you already.
You know,
I love
were
to-
you happy to be here with us?
Yes.
Can we do brunch together?
Anytime.
Yeah, bring your
I'll bring the
girlfriend.
coffee.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, you bring the
I'll bring
coffee.
the coffee. I'll bring
And we
either.
are lovers of like
Yeah,
we
we
like
like
a
a
real coffee.
good,
we
strong
like
cup
a
of
we
joe.
like a good coffee bean. We
it's
like a
love.
good I add a little sea salt to mine and brew it.
okay.
I like real coffee.
That's dope.
I like a little cream with my coffee. I like it very dark and robust, and yeah.
Ooh, yes.
So we're serious about our
keeps
coffee.
people going.
Yeah.
Everybody
Every day.
can
Delicious.
get down on coffee.
I
It's
love
delicious.
coffee.
A lot of people don't like coffee, Brain.
A lot of people haven't.
They don't know. They haven't experienced.
It, or they've experienced it in weird type of ways, like
Sanka.
like a lot of
Sanka. Thank you. I was gonna say that.
It's like a
they
lot of-
experienced at grandmom's Folgers.
Right, exactly. You know, or because people are so conditioned to putting like milk
And
and
stuff in their
sugar
yes.
into it, and a lot of
Yes.
people are lactose intolerant, and they don't necessarily know it, so they pour a bunch of cream and sugar in off top, and then they drink it, and they're like, "Oh, that messed my stomach up."
Or
It
they say it's
probably
bitter.
wasn't the
I've heard
coffee.
opposite.
Well, bitter
heard that they don't like-
Bitter is
definitely is
coffee.
It's also an acquired taste too.
Yeah,
So
but no, there's some coffee beans that have a natural bitter taste. Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
like when you really
bitterness-
get into a real coffee and a bean.
a bitterness
Yeah.
is a part of the equation. I mean, it's
It
a
is.
blend of like kind of bitter and sweet, especially like something like espresso. Like people are like, "Oh my
Exactly.
Yeah, I
god,
do
this
like
is
espresso.
this is so bitter." But like, if you have a good espresso and it's been dialed in well, like which means
And don't go to an espresso shop or a coffee shop where they spell espresso with an X.
With an X.
They're gonna give you a shitty coffee. Okay, I saw
what he
that
said.
and near my job.
Really?
It was called
no.
pastries and espresso. I said, "Oh no, we won't go in there. No, we won't."
That's actually pretty funny.
Yes, express to
I'm
the
not
bathroom.
drinking it because
That's
that
pretty
shows
funny.
me that you don't know shit about
Exactly.
an espresso or a
Right,
good bean.
right,
I'm not doing it, and maybe they do, but I'm not taking a chance.
But yeah, we're trying to get more people into coffee because it's such a universal thing for people. You
It
know,
is,
like,
but a lot of people who say they don't like it haven't experienced they
Real
they
coffee,
drink
right.
McDonald's
You
or
gotta- yeah,
7-Eleven
you
or their
gotta-
grandma's Sanka and Folgers.
you have to be okay to like experience something different. Like you gotta want to be like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go and try this and keep an open mind, and because people just like they
My
have.
bougie mother pulled me into a life that I am working to afford. So my mother, when I was really young, brought me in. This is before like the Starbucks were really popular here. They were popular on the West Coast, but here we had maybe 2. And so my mom and she took me into Starbucks, and they were like grinding the beans, and you could smell it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Yeah. So then she orders for me, and then she's like, no, we don't want a lot of foam, and we want this, and so I got it unflavored first. I didn't have all the flavors and all that stuff.
That was before they didn't always use.
They didn't always do that.
That's that newfangled coffee.
I did a latte. I did a real latte, and they call it what now an Americano or just So I did that, and I did a little raw unrefined sugar, and I drank, and I was like, this is amazing.
I want some coffee now.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing too. Is like, I mean, you get. Like the texture of like a whole milk latte is like by somebody who knows how to make one. Yeah, it's unmatched. Like it feels like velvet. Like
I drink coffee like overseas too.
Smoothest.
Like I drank coffee overseas as well, and I drank it black because I'm not a black coffee drinker, and then I don't want it to touch my teeth, and so I drink with the straw. You know what I mean? So, but overseas, like they do all these coffee beans, and so you have to try it first, just like with anything. Like even with an alcohol, you got to before you start to add things, you have to taste it first. So I did the espresso in Italy in the small cup, and so my ex-husband was with me. He won't drink coffee today.
Yeah. Were you up forever?
He was jittery, like
well, yeah, you can definitely over caffeinate yourself, and that doesn't feel good.
But it was pure, like it was. Oh my God, it was so pure. But listen, we have a couple of minutes left. We're gonna shout out our sponsors. Distilled. Distilled is the one who provides a lot of our recipes and all of our mixers and shrubs and everything. Distilled on everything. DEESTILLED. You can find Distilled on Instagram. Distilled.co. Distilled on Facebook as well. Also, Evolve Body Butter. All food grade organic body butters. Unrefined cocoa butter and unrefined coconut oils and unrefined shea butters, shea nuts. Everything that is added into the product is food grade. If you get it, it gets in your pores. It's not going to kill you. If it gets in your mouth,
eat it.
Yeah, you can eat it. I mean, the essential oils don't taste great, but they're not going to kill you.
Yeah, that's what happens when you.
Yeah, they're not going to kill you.
It might not taste good. But
also, the honey added into some of the butters are locally sourced. We got some honey from a bee farm in Georgia and some honey here. That's in awesome. Maryland that we read is from Gaithersburg.
It's from Gaithersburg.
I believe it.
Yeah, so
we could get
everything is locally sourced. Everything is food grade. There's a lot of imitators out there. Ask them where they get their products from. Ask them what's in it and ask them where to get it from. Guarantee you they're not doing the right thing. Yeah. Ask them what whipping oils they're using and all of these different things. They're not legit. So Evolve Body Butter, love spelled backwards, EVOL, on Facebook, on Instagram, and evolvebodybutter.com. Please do the HTTPS in front of it because my IT person had to step in because we were getting some like spam crap. Oh, yeah, but I am legitimate. It's HTTPS in front of that. Everything is safe. You can do your payments in many different ways on there, and it's all safe. Yeah. So thank you, Brain.
Thank you for having me.
This was a great time.
Yes.
Thank you.
He's going to do brunch with us.
Yeah.
Anytime.
He's going to do brunch. He's going to bring the coffee and his girlfriend. Yep. Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you so much.
Many more.
Thank you so much.
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
Yes.
I know.
And so we're gonna set up a brunch just so we can have you there and dress fabulous for me.
Well, we always do.
Thank
Whatever's
you.
in my
We're the
car with
brunch
me.
bitches.
He said whatever's in his car.
That's right. That's right.
That's
We're
fine.
this is gonna be posted this week on our YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Brunch Bitches Podcast. You can also catch. We're powered by Rip Radio Network. Rip Radio is everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, Twitter, Spotify. We're also on Spotify, right? Good, Trump. You can find the Brunch Bitches powered by Rip Radio Network on Spotify as well. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Brunch Bitches Podcast, and we will see you guys not next Sunday, but Sunday after next. Peace. Thank you.